pen of froze. Not really who the pen chose. Put my name up like a bin of boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a bit of flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
In the course of a game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase. Team and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. They find some open field here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 33 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He's got Fuller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tua Tagovailoa. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 35 on second down. Allen, and Diggs has it. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. He'll get this down to the 38. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 32. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Allen going to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Cook. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's brought down. 78 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. Moss will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Allen off the play fake. This one caught by Davis. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have moved out in front. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Ready when you're ready. Red, yellow. Black ultra. Yellow blue. Ready?
Tua going to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Von Miller, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located in different stadiums. It's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Cook again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
That's a really nice job, I think, picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tua. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Going deep for Diggs. He's got it at the 15. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, it's Cook. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Give to Cook out of the gun. Oh, he's going to be brought down short of the 1st, and they are out of timeouts. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw taken in here by Fuller. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So that, a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick six. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tua. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Tua on 4th down. It's complete to Fuller. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Tua. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's complete to Davis. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Okay, ready? Flag 2.
On play action, here's Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
97. 17.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This one taken just inside the 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Emmanuel Ogbah finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action, now it's Tua. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Von Miller in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. One final try here for Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Allen. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Up the middle, it's Cook. He juked him. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get them home free. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop them with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the offense will get the ball back and be touchdown. And with that, this game is over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Miami, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already